Alright, welcome back. This is episode number 54. I'm Christian Michael. Before we get into today's review, let's talk about how we got the figure that we're going to be reviewing today. So on Facebook, there's a lot of these groups where people post their collections and, they talk about the stores that they go to look for their figures. It's kind of like a heads up for other figure collectors to let them know what series are out and where they might be able to find them, stuff like that, which is pretty cool because a lot of people like to hunt for their figures. Me personally, I don't. I hate hunting for figures because it's so damn frustrating. I like when a new series is on pre-order on Ringside Collectibles, I just go and get the figures that I want from the series and be done with it. Now Ringside Collectibles charges, a good $5 to $10 more than what you'll find in retail. But to me, to get the figure and not have to drive from store to store to store and get aggravated and not finding it is well worth the $5 to $10. But unfortunately, for these figures, that the first one that we're going to review today, you can't buy them on RingsideCollectibles.com. The only place that you can find these online are eBay, and the people that have them on eBay might as well bend over a barrel and shove a rake up your ass, because that's the equivalent to the prices that they are charging for them. So anyway, let's get away from that subject and back onto our subject at hand. So, I saw it that in the West Coast, the WrestleMania 29 Elite Build-A-Figures were popping up in California and such, and then they started making their way over to Chicago. Now, Chicago's a lot closer to New Jersey than California is, so now I'm thinking, alright, maybe, just maybe, the New Jersey Toys R Us's are gonna have these figures. So, I took a shot Friday night, went to my local Toys R Us, which is on my way home from work. So I said, why not stop in? Walked into the Toys R Us, got immediately frustrated because since the last time I was at the Toys R Us, they moved the wrestling figure aisle. It's now the last aisle in the toy section, whereas after the girls' toys, it was the first or second aisle. So now you got to walk an additional 3 or 4 aisles to get to it. And now I'm bugging out. I'm like, oh my god, I'm wasting time. What if the time is taking me to find these wrestling figures, that they're just ripping all the WrestleMania ones off the shelves, and I could have got it if they hadn't moved the wrestling figure aisle. So I get there, and I find it, and all the pegs are filled, except for one, and that is the exclusive Toys R Us Triple H Elite with the short hair. It says it there, 918, I guess, when they were supposed to fill the pegs, but there's no figures there. So anyway, I'm looking, tons of figures, so even some Elite 23s. I see a John Cena, I'm like, oh shit, that's gotta be it, Elite 23 John Cena. And I see some John Cena's chilling with the tag that says Best of Pay-Per-View. I'm like, oh, that's gotta be it. No, it's still the stupid Best of Pay-Per-View from 2012, is Extreme Rules one. So I'm looking through, I'm like, man, this sucks. They only got like basic 31 and a couple Elite 23s, which all they had was Cena and Triple H, and the rest were those last year's Best of WrestleMania, but they only had the Big Show and Miz and whatever. So I'm looking around, seeing if I can't find something, maybe that I might want, or if somebody hid one of the WrestleMania ones. So I'm like, screw this. I just worked 11 hours that day. I was like, I want to go home and eat. So, as I'm getting ready to leave, this happens. Somebody, literally, as close as I am to my iPad, which is like an arm's length, took 2 figures and dropped them right in front of me. All I could see was the names of the figures because they were dropped sideways. One said Brock Lesnar, the other one said CM Punk. My heart immediately fell into my stomach. I was like, those are it. Those are the figures. I went, got the hell out of that aisle, and I looked and I said, these are definitely it. I can't believe it. And then here we are. Boom! This is the luckiest I ever got figure hunting. These were literally dropped right in front of me, literally 10 seconds before I was about to exit that aisle. I can't tell you, even begin to tell you how exciting that was, and how lucky I was to get this one and the CM Punk, which we're going to review in episode 55. We're going to start with Brock Lesnar. Subsequent days, I've been to Toys R Us at least twice, sometimes as many as 4 times, to check in on whether or not they have any more of these WrestleMania ones, because it would appear from the pictures that I've seen in the postings that Daniel Bryan is the hardest one to get, and that John Cena is not too far behind them, but the Punk and Lesnar's are the easiest ones to find. It is what it is, but at least we got the first 2 out of the way, and then hopefully sometime soon we'll find Bryan and Cena. But first up, we have the WrestleMania Best of Pay-Per-View 2013, Paul Heyman, Build-A-Figure, Brock Lesnar. And there he is. There's a WrestleMania logo, only at Toys R Us, which makes these figures incredibly hard to find, because if Toys R Us don't have them, nobody has them, which really is what you gotta hunt for these. It's the only way to get them. Or pay. I seen Daniel Bryan's WrestleMania one go for as high as $250 on eBay. Now, if you are not insane, or if you have an unlimited supply of money, then yeah, I could see wanting it now and paying $250 for it. If I was a millionaire, just for my own sake of how impatient I am for things, yeah, I'd pay $250 for it just to have it, because as a millionaire, money wouldn't be an issue. But for a regular guy that has to work 9 to 5, or last week 9 to 8 every day, I'm not paying too much above retail. I'll go maybe $30, $35 just to get it, but I ain't paying $250 for it. So there's Brock Lesnar, and there you can see the picture of what Heyman looks like when he's completed. This Brock Lesnar figure comes with the head and the shirt. There you can see him in the packaging right there. And it says Brock Lesnar includes hat and ringside steps. Brock Lesnar there. Take a look on the back. Little WrestleMania bio from his match with Triple H. And there you can see the other guys in the set. The 2 harder ones to find are on the bottom, Cena and Bryan, and the 2 ones that I was luckily able to get my hands on, Punk and Lesnar, on the top. There's the Walrus in its completion over there. So let's get them out of the package. And we're going to try not to destroy this package, because not that I'm going to keep them in the package, but since this is from WrestleMania 29, and I did attend WrestleMania 29, I want to save the packaging, just like the Best of Pay-Per-View Christian from No Way Out, that 2012 that I was at. I saved the packaging because I attended the event. So let's slide them out here. There we go. Nice job there. Did a pretty good job getting them out. Here you can see Heyman's, they call it a shirt, his jacket, whatever. And there's Heyman's head, bold with the ponytail, nice touch. So there is his head. So we'll put that to the side so we don't lose it. These are the ring steps that it comes with. Pretty big, actually. Nice accessory. Put those over there. And here he is, the Beast, Brock Lesnar. There you can see his hat, which is all plain black. I was actually in the can when Lesnar was making his entrance at WrestleMania, so I don't exactly remember if his hat had anything on it. And I also have not actually seen the match on DVD yet. I got up to the Jericho Fandango match, fell asleep when I was watching it, and then just never got around to watching the rest of WrestleMania. Oh well. So here he is, Brock Lesnar. If I changed it with this Brock Lesnar, would you even know the difference? This is Elite 19 Lesnar. This is the WrestleMania Lesnar. Now, taking a look at them, The head scans, they are different. Would you notice it if they weren't side by side? Probably not, but here you go. And the left hand side is Elite 19, right hand side WrestleMania. The other difference in between the two figures, Elite 19 has knee pads, WrestleMania doesn't, which also makes his shorts look a little shorter because there are no knee pads. Now here's the nice detail on the WrestleMania one that, and here you go, this has been a problem with some figures I've gotten. The waist is incredibly loose. I don't like having to be able to spin them around like that. It should be a little tighter. Like, you can't do that with this one. Anyway, the nice detail on this Lesnar is some decoration on his fighting gloves. There you can see it says Lesnar on the hand, and then on the wrist where the tape would be, it says Fear. Just so you can get a close up of that. Fear the Fury. And on the other hand, it's the same exact thing. So with these